This is a video response to a video response to a video response to a video called Christianity versus Atheism. You probably want to watch the video response to the video response to the video before you watch this video response to that video response. Otherwise, you might not understand this video response as it relates very much to the previous video response. Here I go. As for your first claim, that it's childish to call your belief system stupid, I'll put forth a common argument for the issue, which is that if I told you it was my belief that a magical gnome sneaks into my bedroom and steals my underpants from my dresser every night, I assume that you would call my belief stupid as well, and rightly so. That would be a stupid thing to believe. But somehow so many people seem to think that when you replace gnomes with a magical bearded father figure in the sky, the dresser with earth, and the underpants with a soul, everything makes perfect sense, and that belief system should be immune from mockery. I think anyone watching this video with a logical mind can see that this idea is ludicrous, and that the reason we as a society mock stupid beliefs is because it's important to believe as many true things and as few false things as possible so as to avoid doing horrible things in the name of false beliefs for no reason. Case in point, the Crusades, the Salem witch trials, 9/11, and the Dark Ages. All done in the names of false gods. You say you believe in the Christian God, and I would assume that belief in God means submission to His will. I certainly wouldn't want to piss off an omnipotent genocidal maniac such as no God in your Bible. But if you intend to make the claim that the God of the Bible, the Christian God, is really the one to be followed, then how do you justify not stoning homosexuals to death at the gates of the city? Or how do you justify not selling children into slavery when they're disobedient, or stoning them, or beating your wife when she gets out of hand? All these things are in your Bible, and don't think the horrors are confined to the Old Testament, not that it would matter anyway, since Jesus was clear and specifically said that He didn't come to change one word of the old law, including that women should remain silent in the church. Another rule I'd bet you've broken and will continue to break. You also say that you believe in God only based on faith, and that your faith is your proof of God. This statement is circular and contradictory, as you can't prove your faith using faith. Faith isn't even evidence to begin with, it's a lack of evidence. That's practically the definition of faith, is a lack of evidence. I have faith in Bigfoot, and that's my evidence of Bigfoot. Does that work for you? When you went through different religions and tried to find whichever one worked for you, did you even consider no religion at all? You're free to live your life without consulting some ancient and contradictory book, and you aren't responsible for the ridiculous horrors of an imaginary being in that book. You're free to explore and understand your world in a way that no one who's bound by religious shackles really can. You can study something and see if it's truth for what it really is, without filtering through your thoughts through your God's approval flowchart. I don't mean to be a door-to-door atheist or anything, but I really believe that a lack of a belief system has a lot more to offer than a belief system. Just consider it. Just imagine the way the world would be now if there had been no Dark Ages. Also, did you know that you've already committed the one eternal sin in Christianity? You said that you studied other religions and went looking for whatever religion fit you just right, which to me in itself is ridiculous, but in doing so you must have been denying God, at least for a brief time. And to deny God means you can never get into heaven. If you deny God even for one moment, you're eternally damned. No one can ever forgive you, no matter what you do. You can save a bus full of orphan babies with diseases, and no one can ever undamn you. For more information, have a look at my video on thought crime in religion. Wouldn't it be just hilarious if you got all the way up to the pearly gates and found that all this time you've been slaving down here for nothing, and you're damned anyway? You also say you haven't called my belief system stupid. That's nice and all, except that I don't have a belief system. I have a rejection of a belief system, but then again, so do you. You're an atheist, in the words of Dawkins. You don't believe in Thor. Neither do I. I simply choose not to believe in your God as well as all the others. You say you don't think that it's really God who saved your brother. It was the doctor. Even though in the last video you said it was God. But that God sent the doctor to save your brother. Isn't that just a little bit convenient? He can intervene in your life and alter the free will of the doctor, you, your brother, your family, and everyone else around you to set up that situation just right so you won't have to be bummed out at losing your brother. But he can't answer a simple prayer to effect the flip of a coin and save my eternal soul? I think you need to reconsider your reasoning. You're right. You don't have all the answers. You're right. You don't know why you believe. But I do. You believe because it feels good, and you ignore any part of the Bible that doesn't fit with your cushy life. It's not that I want to believe that it's random chance. The simple fact is that we can do tests relating to statistical probability and can do actual research and studies and can verify scientifically that just about all the stuff in the Bible is not just stupid, but demonstrably incorrect, particularly relating to prayer. You can have all the blind, ignorant faith you want, but your God will never come down and show himself. And when you die, you will have wasted your entire life devoted to something that isn't there. The only sad thing, aside from that you'll be gone, is that you'll never know the truth. I hope that one day you'll open your mind and consider other possibilities. And I hope that you won't be afraid on that day of what your God will submit you to as far as hell and punishment for choosing to question your beliefs. Good luck.